Hello and welcome to The Exchange, brought to you by the New York Stock Exchange. We're live in Hollywood, Florida at Inside ETFs. As a reminder, today's interview is for informational purposes only. The NYC does not recommend investments or investment strategies. I'm joined by my friend Brian Kelleher. He is the Chief Revenue Officer at Simplify ETFs. Brian, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me, Doug.
So tons of advisors here. You're having a lot of conversations. What are you talking about right now?
The three things that we're hearing the most and people are most interested in are income, diversification, and protection. So we're having a lot of conversations around that, and what we're doing is we're really focused on bringing alternatives into the ETF market that meet those three solutions. So that's been a great source of conversations for us.
Yeah, and I mean, Simplify ETFs, if you're not the fastest growing ETF issuer out there, you're one of. Tell us a little bit about the lineup, right? Some of the types of ETFs that you're building and some of the specialty areas that I think you're operating in.
Yeah, I mean, when we launched 2.5 years ago, there's just a huge white space for differentiated alternative products. I mean, products that have existed in the structured product world that often is opaque and expensive, the alternative side, but through hedge funds. So difficult to access, and what we've done is just see a huge opportunity to put these products on exchange, fully transparent, tradable. So where we're really focused is on that alternative side. So we're seeing things like our managed future strategy that we launched last year, a great diversification tool that's had a tremendous amount of interest, and then things like alternative income, so things like SVOL and HIGH, which harvest premiums off the options market in a risk managed way. Just solutions that really haven't existed in market, and we're bringing them out, and it's resonating.
You guys have definitely innovated. What are some of the hidden gems in the lineup, right? Some of the more popular ETFs from Simplify people know, but there's got to be ones that you're like, advisors need to know about this ETF.
Yeah, well, there's two of them in particular. One that we just launched, which is a phenomenal ticker, HARD. It's a managed commodities futures, so providing a solution. I mean, commodities are a great diversification tool. There's a lot of products in the market. All of them seem to be a little bit flawed, and we're trying to do something a little bit more interesting, an active strategy. So HARD, HARD, that's one. The other one, which has been out in market for about 2 years now, is AGH. And we at PIMCO call this our bond king. It's done really well. It takes a differentiated approach to total return bond management, and performance is there, and we're hoping assets will follow.
Perfect. Now, as a reminder, if you caught this episode live, but you want to learn more about the Simplify lineup of ETFs, you just go to etfcentral.com and put Simplify, or you could just type in HARD. You'll start to see all the ETFs pop up. Brian, one of the things that you and the rest of the team, Paul, you produce a lot of really good content. Could you tell the audience a little bit about that, where they should go to find out more?
Absolutely. So if you go to simplify.us, you can find our media. We've got a lot of content that we post there, a lot of thought pieces. We've done a lot with video, and on YouTube, our YouTube channel, we're putting stuff out almost weekly, whether it's interviews with Harley Bassman and Mike Green and interesting guests. We're getting a lot of views there, and then deep dive into products. So really going through something like SVOL, what is it, what does it do, how is it structured? That's really resonated. So that's been a fun thing for us to really access our market from institutions to retail investors.
So go to simplifyetfs.com. You can learn a lot more about everything they're doing and read some of that great research. Thanks for joining in on today's episode of The Exchange, brought to you by the New York Stock Exchange, the home of ETFs.